Hi there guys, and welcome to another Train Sim 2017 video. Today I'm doing a video that has been quite well requested and lots of questions about it. This is, well, you'll already know because you've read the title, but we're on the DC lines of the West Coast Main Line South. So we will be stopping at all stations from here at Watford Junction all the way into London Euston. So it's Watford Junction, Watford High Street, Bushy, Carpentons, Hatch End, Headstone, Harrow and Wealdstone, Kenton, South Kenton, North Wembley, Wembley Central. I'm going to get moving because I don't want to be late. Stonebridge Park, Harlesden, Wealdstone Junction, Kensal Green, Queen's Park, Kilburn High Road, Southampton Platform 1 and London Euston. So, just the sort of thing I can really mess up. That tends to be anything with lots and lots of stops in it. And I want to be on night because we're still dark. Oh, and I'm speeding now. It is early morning, it's only 7:15, but the weather would say I would go still with night headlights. So this is going to be a ridiculously stoppy service. It really isn't my cup of tea. I prefer a little bit of getting up to speed and keeping out of stations. So we'll see how badly I can ruin it. It is actually a route I've done in real life. I mentioned it in one of my last videos, I think. It was, I was on my way to Heathrow. We're in the 378, this is the DTG one. There isn't another one actually, it is just a DTG. Again, not massively one of my favourite trains, it's too much of an Electrostar for my liking. Well, it is an Electrostar. We'll have a little look outside it when we get moving again. This is a 5-car set, London Overground. I think there are several variants of it. I think there are different lengths and all sorts. I'm not massively up to date on them. Oh, there's something for Chris to change, look. Ropey looking destination blinds. Watford High Street's quite nice. If you've actually been to the station, it does look pretty similar. I was quite impressed by it. It's quite an odd station. No. There we go. It's got a little whistle, which I quite like. So yeah, 379's part of the Electrostar family. Very similar to class 376s that Southern have got. But it also has quite significant differences from 376. So it's got fully longitudinal seating. Seating. So like that. The interiors are quite nice. It's quite cool to be able to see all the way down a train in Train Sim as well. I was quite impressed by that. It's not a bad model. Really not a bad model. It's just a little bit dull to drive. I know some people absolutely love these things. Well, Electrostars. So even though we've got all these stops, this is only like a 50-minute scenario. So it's going to be an awful lot of stop-start. With some heavy braking in step 3 as per usual with me doing things like this. So when these were ordered, I think it was actually about 2007, was it, when these were ordered, 2006? Delivery started in 2008, but they were due to enter service, and they actually didn't for a while. It was delayed by, what did it say there? Delayed for 7 months because of the economic recession causing several suppliers to become bankrupt, resulting in a shortage of parts. Also affected the 3775s for First Capital Connect. So the Class 378s, the first one entered service on the 29th of July 2009. So something interesting here, in 2011, several 378s in the North London line suffered shutdowns due to harmonic interference from Class 92s using the line for freight movement. The problem was fixed after Bombardier altered the interference tolerance settings. So remember the 92s have your FAP button? That's to do with the harmonic interference. I don't really understand it all myself, so I couldn't explain too much to you. I think it's something to do with the signalling system and the way it picks up signals and stuff, so... I'll say it's that. I'll probably be wrong. So there's two separate fleets according to this, the 378s. There's the 378-1s, which are DC only, and the dual voltage 378-2s. Coming in way too fast. No. They stop pretty quick though. Stop reading and start driving. So this is a 378-1 because it hasn't got a pantograph, so it's DC only. And it's 378-140. I think we can switch to day headlights now. I've brightened up a little bit. Colders Park quite like this little bit with the little shopping arcade up there with like the most basic names of things ever. I loved it. Homework, brasserie, pizza restaurant, charity, exclusive takeaway. It's just a bit... I like it. It's a proper train sim, isn't it? What was the Costa coffee called? Like coffee or something, and then the Burger King was like burger place or something ridiculous. So these replaced the A60 and A62 stock. Not particularly on this line, I wouldn't think, because this is... there are 24 car units ordered. That's weird, because this is a 5 car, so there must be some sort of extra amount or something that was bought. There we go. In February 2013, approval was gained for the procurement of 57 additional vehicles to lengthen the Class 378 fleet from 4 to 5 cars. And they started on the East London line November 2014, and the rest of the electrified overground network by 2015. So they were all in service by January 2016. I'm still really in awe of this route, and it seems to be a lot of you guys really enjoy it as well, which I'm really pleased about. I'm actually going to drop the guy who made it an email and just actually say thank you. I don't think there's enough of that in the train sim community. I like the moquette that they've put even in the driver's seat and on the interior, sort of London Underground style, or London Transport style, because the buses had it as well, didn't they? They've got different moquettes. I mean, it's very well suited for stop-start traffic. It's got decent acceleration and pretty decent braking, really. It's definitely the more metro version of the Electrostar series. And they've got a maximum speed of 75 miles an hour. And there's 800 horsepower per driving car. Come on. Shouldn't be using emergency as much as I am. To be fair, I probably could have got away with just step 3 on that, if I'm honest. That was me panicking. You didn't come here for some professional driving, though, at least. I did actually have the opportunity to buy a manual for a 378 a couple of months ago. The guy wanted a little bit too much money for it, for my liking. And I knew I wouldn't be driving it that much. If I can still get hold of a copy, I will, and I'll do a video with it. On the manual front, with the release of the Atlantic High Speed Channel Tunnel route coming, I've gone a little bit, I think I said this in one of the previous videos, I've gone a little bit Channel Tunnel mad with books and magazines. So much so that I have managed to track down sort of one of the holy grails of manuals, and that is a 373, so Eurostar manual, not from EPS, but a GNER one. I've never seen an EPS one ever, and I've only ever seen one other GNER White Rose one come up, and it wasn't for sale. I'm not actually buying this, but I will get a copy of it, I hope. I'm not too precious about owning the original. One day I'd like to own the originals, but considering how rare this beast is, I'm looking forward to getting it. Oh, announcements. Oh, I didn't know that. This route just gets better and better, doesn't it? Really liking those announcements. I mean, they're nothing special, but they just add a little bit to it. I'll give you 2 bells then. Right, Kenton, platform 2, 1 mile. So I feel like I've already done loads of stations already, and I bet we're not even halfway through. Somebody was actually saying to me the other day it's good practice to do these sort of routes to get stopping distances and things. They're right. I should do a bit more of them, really. See, not quite perfect yet, but we're getting there. What's the other light there for? I wonder. I think I understand why I'm not getting the signal bells in the cab. I was speaking to one of the developers of Master Key Simulations on my stream the other night, and he was talking about how you're in the cab, you can only have one source of sound playing or something. So like the announcements on the 460, if you set an announcement in the cab, you can't go to the passenger view and listen to it because they prioritised the cab sounds over the passenger view sounds. So I would say I understand it. I don't really, but I do, kind of. Oh, so it's got manual door release. Really? Oh. I'll try that out at the next stop, which is now, and I'm going very fast. The brake pressure doesn't seem to go above 1.5. It's actually because I've got the regen stuff going on. Yeah, it's because I'm getting regen. It's blended. So it's only putting 1.5 bar air pressure down, but the regen's a lot higher. How are we doing for time? Oh, I've lost timings. I must be running a little bit late. Oh, I was meant to try the doors. Sorry, guys. Habit. Yeah, it doesn't give me timings on here. Let's have the cab lights off. I didn't realise they were on. I just hovered over the button as well, seeing if it worked. North Wembley. So I didn't think I was going to enjoy this much, but I am actually quite enjoying it. So it's going to be negative 150 amps is my guess in step 1, negative 250 in step 2, and it's negative 350 in step 3. Oh! A little bit further ahead than I want it to be. I might nail this by the 90th station. How many have we got? 1, 2... hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... It's be easy doing that one at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 10 stops. And that'll give you plenty of time to try this door button, which I still haven't done. So I'm not getting the guards buzzer at all now. Is that because I'm running too late? I don't know. What's the horn like on this thing? That's quite nice outside. Then you've got... Is that a depot whistle? I think that was classed as, wasn't it? Oh, frame rates. We haven't looked at those. not sure if those are those in real life. Are those carriage markers that far out? Stop boards, sorry, not carriage markers. Right, door buttons. No, don't seem to do anything. I might be doing something wrong with it. So 8 miles out of Euston. There's a depot whistle. It says it there. Oh, I've got guards come back to life. Fair old gradient here. Like that. Use this uphill gradient to knock off some of our speed. Oh, it's a little lonely 455. Double yellow leaving Stonebridge. What did I say was next after that? Harleston, Willesden, Kensal Green. Kensal Green, why does that stick in my head? Was there an accident at Kensal Green once? Possible. Quite like the different TMS in that. Watford-Euston depot to our right, so we're like the other side of it, aren't we? So yeah, come up on the fast lines there. It's quite nice how the faster tracks are kept very separate from the DC lines, the slower lines. I'm sure there's a pretty complex history behind that. Obviously, this isn't the worst thing to drive, this. It's one of those trains that I think if you put the effort in, you could become a pro at driving it pretty quickly. Not that that'll ever be me. Single yellow departing Thomson as well. And now I've got a green. Quite like the way they've kept the signal bell as a bell as well. It's not a buzzer. This won't be the last time I do this, I don't think. I've quite enjoyed it. Some really cool gradients that I think you'll learn pretty quickly. Like using them to knock your speed off. Oh, I remember here. Kensal Green. I'm going to have to look that up and see if there was something there. For some reason it really sticks in my head. Oh, like this. What a cool little bit. Don't know why I'm going. Well, I do know why I'm going to slow between these. I'm actually reading at the same time, trying to find this out. That was the last station visited by Thomas Reese Price before he was murdered. That's why I probably have heard of it. The two main subjects had also visited the station that same night, a short time before the murder, and mugged a man on the platform. The suspect also tried to use Reese Price's Oyster card the day after the incident at the station. It was picked up on CCTV. So there we go. It wasn't even train related, really. And its station code is KNL. It's quite cool. Queen's Park, I'm pretty sure this is where I changed onto the underground. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was. Thought I heard the rasp of 47. I'm not going to see much of it because it's in the cutting. Even these scenarios, I mean, I can see what the guy was doing and who did them. He was using what was available, really, and trying to get so that most people could play their scenarios. Did I not open the doors? What? Oh, 3. That'd been stopped. Didn't mean that. I'm really looking forward to some of the scenario guys getting right into this and giving us some banging scenarios. Chris himself, I know, might have a few performance issues with it, but I'm hoping he'll be able to get some really nice stuff done on it. There's when the brakes don't blend particularly well, so it seems to cut off the regenerative and just slowly raise the air pressure. So you get a little bit where you go from a good retardation rate up until the regen kicks out, and then air brakes slowly come back on. It's a bit unnerving. What was going on? Sound a bit of a mare with the doors. But yeah, if we are doing getting a bit more of the DC line scenarios, which I'm guessing is where some of them will, quite a few of them will come from. Those destination displays need sorting out. A lot of the aerial on top there, that's quite nicely done. It's a bit plain under here and stuff, but it's alright that. So watch the amps down in the HUD and watch the brake gauge when we pull this stop off. So that's in step 2. Notice we're still just over 1 bar. Look at the amps shoot up, now they're going down again. And then in theory, so we've cut down our brake to step 1. And off, you see. It wasn't probably the best place to do it. Where's all that flashing coming from? What? Is there a Belisha beacon up on this road or something? No. Oh, flashing yellow from the... Alan! Alan. You guys all saw that as well, didn't you? So, we've got 2.4 miles to Euston. Cab light's quite nice in the dark. The light effects, yeah, I like that. I like the way the shadows cover that part of the panels and everything. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Something quite nice about crossing over in tunnels, isn't there? Just making sure I can put on some power because it's a fair climb coming out of here. This has just opened up a whole new section of this route for me. I'll say it again, what a beautifully done route. It truly is a work of art. Got a Voyager and a 390 in Euston. See them, look. They're what the Crouch Valley reckon it's missing. So they're not missing. It's a noisy old Voyager, that. Just making sure it's at 10 and under for the TPWS grids that don't seem to exist. Alright then, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed that run down the DC lines. It was requested, so I'm hoping those that requested it do enjoy it. I will be doing more with this route and more on the DC lines. Actually, for a Metro-y service, I really enjoyed it. So once again, guys, thanks ever so much. Feel free to like, share and subscribe. Likes are really important at the minute. As you will have heard in other videos, please like away. And I will catch you next time.